Linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mayfield knocks this forward. It's a jet sweep. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he returns it to the end zone. A final recovery touchdown for the Bucs. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And it's now a 7-0 game. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. The Browns drive about to get started. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Bucs, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Throwing, Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
A collegiate star here in the Buckeye State, it's J.K. Dobbins. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain. The neck
rush coming, and he's taken down. The sack there by Roquan Smith. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Brady. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play. And that's going to lead them to 4th down. So Brady departs, and on is Ryan Succop for the Buccaneer field goal. Succop's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield on the move to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Baker Mayfield only 6'1", but he can certainly sling it. And we saw evidence of that right there.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And oh, he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. Boy, a little panic here early. A first quarter onside kick. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. To throw is Brady. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. Oh, and Absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Bucs get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point put through by Succop. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
I'm going back to you.
Mayfield off the play fake.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jordan Whitehead.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's a give to Dobbins.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Now Brady.
They set up the screen for Dobbins.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Brady now to throw. Escaping the pressure right.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
A great read, and it's picked off. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
Now Mayfield sliding out of the pocket. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Mayfield on play action. That's complete to Slayton. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line.
Off the option, it's Jones.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Dobbins trying the left side. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
To throw, it's Brady. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know.
That he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt. And if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love. But when the highlight is shown of this play, all attention is going to be on the person running with the football. But how about the group as a whole? Setting up that big-time return, yardage that we won't even account for in the box score, may help them win the game.
They go play action. Mayfield. They'll roll him out right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Antonio Brown. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns get a score closer. So a one-handed grab in the end zone. Nothing much more rewarding than that for a guy catching it.
Not at all. And with what we just saw there, that type of a one-handed catch, what's next? Maybe they go up and almost Velcro it with their jersey in the ball. That's about all that's left. That play, simply spectacular.
So a one-handed grab in the end zone. Not much more impressive than that. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Now Jones. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play that time on the catch and run. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Brady. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the 1st down sack. Brady. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Now Jones. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Brady to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. Brady going to throw.
And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
After the sack on 1st down, Brady.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Brady. That'll be caught. It's the tight end, Howard. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 30.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Brady now on 1st down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now Brady again.
And he's got Jordan complete right side.
The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Into the red zone, it's Brady.
This one swung out here to Jones.
And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do, and that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play, one-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
4 yards remain on 2nd down. Ball on the 10.
Throwing now is Brady. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. Touchdown!
Chris Godwin.
His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And the lead is up to 8. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Browns drive about to get started.
And within trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Play fake. Mayfield. Over the middle. That's caught by Schwartz. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Final play of the half, Mayfield. Buying time to his left. Room to run past midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. From way up at the 23. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
On 2nd and 7, Brady. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Brady now on first down. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Dobbins hit and he fumbles.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage. And when you make tackles like that, your whole defense is going to be fired up. Really nice play getting to the ball.
Throwing is Brady on third down. Flushed out right. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a fourth down.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And Suckup will put this one right through, and that will bump the lead up to 11. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Flush to his right. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they'll start out with great field position. At the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Mike Evans, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Buccaneers. Extra point put through by Suckup. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly
you
right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it. I've got a good friend in football who always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Second and 10. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. And Mayfield again with the interception, his third. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on second and 12. That throw by Brady incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Now Brady. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
On first and 10, here's Brady. He'll dump this off, complete to Dobbins. And he was able to shed 1 tackle, but could not get away from there. They'll contain him to just 4, second down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on third down. Shotgun now for Brady. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Buccaneers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. One quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Dobbins.
Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
And Brady will sneak it, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Tom Brady keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Bucs add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Extra point up and good by Succop. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Browns 20. Ryan Succop to kick off for Tampa Bay.
Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe you can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's 2nd and 10. Handoff comes to Chubb. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. On play action, it's Brady. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Bucs extend this 4th quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. Extra point put through by Succop, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. From the 39, Mayfield rolling to his right. And this is caught at the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz, his 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Browns get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that will cut this lead down to 25.
27.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Escaping and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Myles Garrett able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. From midfield, here's Brady. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Here's Brady. This is caught by Evans. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
Another completion for Tom Brady, and I just know that in his New England days, he would fight to stay out there until the end, until that clock hit zeros. But here in Tampa Bay, I just wonder if they'll want him to come out of the game and hand him the baseball cap in recognition of a job well done in this one.
They'll run on 1st down. Dobbins, and he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Now Brady. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Brady going to throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
Boy, that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing again on second down. Mayfield. Throw left side. There's Schwartz with it.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Third and short yardage. Mayfield. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Forced out to his left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And the Buccaneers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Brady going to look to throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. So Brady and the Bucs need to work a little magic. 3rd and long after that last sack. Back to throw. Brady. That'll be caught. It's the tight end Howard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Meanwhile, Brady's throw taken in by Evans here. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Play action. Now it's Brady. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Browns are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. One last shot for Mayfield here. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Schwartz. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different